Louisiana Beer Review Special Edition. Superior Cerveza Revisited. Okay, I bought this in Piedras Negras at Oxo, right across the border from Eagle Pass, Texas, along Mexican Highway 57, I think. Now, there's a highway in Texas. It goes south of San Antonio. You pick it up. It just starts there, and it's called U.S. Highway 57. It goes to the border, it crosses, and if you follow that road, it goes all the way to Mexico City. True story. Uh-oh. Look at that smoke. Twist cap. Kansas City Southern Railroad. By the way, I was looking at a railroad map. Their major hub is Shreveport, Louisiana. Shreveport doesn't get too much notoriety, but it is a major industrial hub, so it's known in the industrial world. Okay, anyway. So I was in Piedras Negras. I bought this. I wanted to get the big bottle, but unfortunately the cooler was locked, and I couldn't speak Spanish, and the clerk at the counter could not speak English, so I was just like, I buy the two 12-ounce bottles. Brewed in Mexico since 1896 and sold, from my knowledge, only in Mexico by Cuauhtémoc Montezuma, which for the last 3 or 4 years has been a wholly owned subsidiary of Heineken International. Okay. In fact, if you look at their website now, they're slowly transitioning over to Heineken Mexico. They're trying to phase out the Cuauhtémoc Moctezuma designation. Now this is from Monterrey, Mexico, but it originated in Veracruz, Mexico, on the Gulf Coast. There's a code, but I'm not even going to try to figure it out. But I think it's fresh. It looks like a new bottle. It's a new label. When I was there 3 years ago, they had the older label. And there used to be different variants of Superior. I don't think there are anymore. They're just showing this on their website. Just the 4.6%. Although the website says 4.5, but the bottle says 4.6. I'm looking right here. 4.6. Okay. No one under 18. Used to be the drinking age in Louisiana. Actually, it still is kind of, but I don't want to reveal too much. Too many do-gooders out there trying to spoil the party, you know what I mean? Okay. Not much head, like on the previous original video. Thin white head, and it's kind of clear, but there's sediment. I've never seen a macro beer with this much sediment. It looks like somebody shook their dust mop into the beer. There's that much grit. There is grit throughout. All the white particulate, large and small particulate matter from the brewing process. I don't know how you'd feel about that. Hey, it's like Eagle Pass in Piedras Negras, Mexico. It's a rough and tumble area. You probably can't handle it. All right. It's like the last time. The smell is really nice. It smells like rich, pungent, spicy, some kind of way. I don't know. It's all this stuff's coming from Monterey. I've never been to Monterey. We drove like about 10 miles or 5 miles east of it along that highway when we were going to Saltillo. But we didn't go to Monterey itself. I could see the city in the background. I always wanted to go there, but it's You know, it's not the same recipe as these other beers. People will allege, oh, it's the same old beer with different labels. I don't think so. If you drank this next to Dos Equis, which comes from the same brewery, you would be convinced very quickly this is in no way a Dos Equis beer, okay? Or a Sol. Or a Carta Blanca. Or a Tecate. Although it's probably more similar to Tecate than the other ones, because I think, in my opinion, Tecate has a richer flavor and aroma than those other ones. So, but when I did the initial review, that's where things started to break down with the flavor. I was drinking that while I was eating some Limburger cheese with some sausages, canned sausages. Now, if you've never had Limburger cheese, you need to get it. If you like cheese, you know, it's exotic, it smells so strong. But don't say to me, oh, I tried the most intense, hardcore beers. Okay, all right, you tried the most intense hardcore beers, you'll eat the hottest hot sauce. But Limburger cheese, I'm not trying that. It's too strong. I don't want that. It's like, you're not hardcore. All right. But I think it's wonderful. Yeah, this has a weird, it's the same thing. It's sourdough bread, and there's no IBU. I mean, forget the bitterness. I think it's a 12. DJ's Brewed Tube said it's a 12, and that's what I guessed, 10 to 12. There's a lot of lacing though, but it's there's some green apple type or grape skin type oddity with this. I don't know what it is. It's got to be the ingredients, because it's not like Heineken, Cuauhtémoc, Montezuma doesn't know what they're doing. It's just some peculiar regional recipe. I'm sure if you go to Veracruz, they like it. Obviously, some people in Piedras Negras like it. They were buying it. So it's in the cooler, 3 years, and 3 years later. Although, I noticed that the biggest beer down there was Bud Light. It's not like horrible or nasty or bad. It's just weird. And maybe that's not such a bad thing. The Sol, I like Sol. I like Sol. I really like Sol. But it's kind of dull, you know. The Tecate, I adore Tecate. I'm like always bragging on Tecate. So that's just exemplary to me. Dos Equis Ambar I like Dos Equis, I like Carta Blanca, you know. So I've never had was it Noche Bueno? I had a chance to buy it, stupidly didn't get it. That's a lesson. If you see a beer and you say, I don't like the price, I'll pass it up, I'll get it the next time. Don't do it, because there may be no next time. I've had this happen too many times. Not to mention with liquor, Jack Daniel's Green Label. Oh, why didn't I buy it? Idiot. Okay. Yeah, that happened last week. In 3 bottle sizes. I didn't buy it. I called the distributor today. We don't sell it in Louisiana anymore. I'm like, smart move. The body's medium. You know, it's a crisp finish. They had it in all kind of configurations in that store. Singles, 6 packs, 12 packs, the big bottles, which I couldn't get because the cooler was locked for some inexplicable reason. It's like maybe you could get used to it and you learn to like it. But I've got 2 bottles. I'm never going to see it again. Well, I'll say that, but then it could show up next month, right? They might say, starting in America. But, DJ said a B. I said a C. Yeah, I have to go with a C. It's okay. Honestly, I'm a fan of Mexican beers. People love to slag on Corona Extra, and you can look up on my channel, I've made a number of videos for Corona Extra, and what I said in the videos, I always liked this beer until I realized I wasn't supposed to like it, but then I still liked it. But I always liked all the ones I named, plus Corona Light is a good light beer. Take out Light is a good light beer. All the Clamatos. Those Day of the Dead. Those craft beers from they're questionable. The Mexicali, that's questionable. And the Tecate Titanium, sold only in Mexico, they're malt liquor, that's questionable. And this one is questionable. I got to do the, if you ever see it, and chances are, unless you go to Piedras Negras, apparently you won't. Yeah, buy it, because if you're like me, you're gonna buy it, right? You're not gonna pass it up, but I mean, would really buy it. Thank you for watching this video production. Y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana.